Welcome back to JMac Sports Cards. Got the bed head and all here. Heading to this local show here in Conway. So excited about it. We stopped at Casey's, got my coffee, and now we driving. It should be interesting to, again, see another local show and see what it all has to offer. Like I said, I underestimated the size of it. It's a 50-table show, so that's pretty good. That's more in the medium range. So looking forward to meeting more people. And I've met the owner of the card shop, Sideline Sports. I met him at the Arkansas show. We had a good conversation. So I'm excited to see what his setup. And I know he's taking in PSA submissions here. He just started, I don't know if he just started, but he's a bulk submitter with PSA. So he's been saying he's taking in subs here at the show, which is smart. So anyway, let's hit the road and let's see how it goes. So one more thing I wanted to talk about here while we're driving. I got about, 40 more minutes before I get there to the show. But it was a good question someone asked one time, and I wanted to address it. And I was thinking, what a better opportunity than right now, since I'm going to a show and had to prepare for it, to talk about it. So someone asked, since you got such a big eBay store, over 10,000 listings, so how do you go about going to shows, taking inventory to shows? What's that look like? And so what I do personally is I've got a basketball, a football, and a baseball 3-row box, dollar box, or low, value box. It's all good stuff, but that is not listed, that I don't touch. I actually got about 4 or 5 of them. Do I go through them sometimes and scan some of that stuff? Yeah, absolutely. If a player gets hot, things like that, I might go in there and pull some out to scan. But and then what I do is all my slabs, because they're easy to track. So all of the graded cards and anything that's higher end that goes in the case is usually also dual listed on eBay. So it's pretty easy to do the way I do it. So it's just a bunch of low end that's not listed. I don't have to, after someone buys it, take it down. But if someone buys something out of the cases, the glass cases, then I have to take it down. So that's the way I approach it. But I know some dealers, like one of my friends who his dad is one of the bigger national vintage dealers, or I should say, he sets up at the National. How he does it is everything's separated. He's got what he brings to the shows, and then he's got what he's got listed on eBay. He separates everything. So that's another way to do it. Yeah. So, but it would be real tough if everything you brought was listed on eBay, especially at the low end. That would be a very tedious thing to try to take it down after every time someone buys something. So, but so that's the way I approach it. Back to driving, and should be at the show pretty soon. Little crowd here. Not too shabby so far. So I actually walked around and picked up a lot. Picked this lot up for $35. 2 Shohei rookies. And these are all $1. And a lot of them are just $1, but It was 18 cards. I wound up getting them for my all-stock rookie. It's like a case hit, Kyle Pitts rookie. Keenan Allen blue prism, Sauce first. And then I got some of these wild card mats just because of the players. So like a Pickett to 200. And all these were autos. Not this one, but this is a Najee to 5 and a Trey Lance to 20. But these were autos for $1. Pat Fryermuth, Bashan is the other one, and that guy, and Michael Carter, Aikman. So that's a little lot for 35 bucks. It's rocking up in here. Quite a crowd here today. Neighbors are GG2. Set up beside some friendly faces here. Yep, so pretty good crowd though. Alright, so I made a trade for that Maxi rated rookie auto, this Fence Busters that looks absolutely phenomenal. This stuff is a game used pack or jersey. Then just a couple other little $10 throw-ins, Musial, another Hank Aaron, and 20 bucks. He gave me 20 bucks. So, all right. So about 1 o'clock, the show goes till 3. So winding down here, but I did walk out just one more time and picked up a lot. Also picked up a couple cards here. I don't think I showed. And a guy had up some binders, and I said you can pick some stuff out of the dollar boxes, and I picked up this gold Jerome Bettis and this Jerome Bettis rookie. So 2 Bettis rookies, pretty cool. This lot is it was just crazy. So these were stickered on the table, already pre-priced. And so there was this Jake Matthews gold, pretty good offensive lineman for the Falcons. Bijan Robinson to $2.99. PC card, Thomas Davis, Genesis, Man of the Year. And a Kenneth Walker to $99. So still got a couple hours. We'll see how it goes the rest of the way here, and then I'll recap. Just made one more little trade here. Traded a Emmitt Smith classic. Picked up a couple for my guy Rodney, who I picked up that Tyrese Maxey from last week. Nice Terry, Scary Terry, immaculate. It's on card. It's pretty nice. RPA 14, weird numbering. And then Rick Fox, Obsidian, I believe that's numbered to 50. And the reason I really wanted this, super underpriced Brady Prism, silver Prism from Select, which the Prisms in 7, 16, and 17, 16, 15, 13, and a lot more rare back then. So he had a sticker at 35 bucks. So I even felt like I was just gonna buy it, but decided to pick it up in the trade. So real happy to have that one going into the PC. All right, so we're back home from the show. Just kind of wrap up the show, do a recap. It was a great show overall. Did well. Sold quite a few slabs, mostly low end. Sold a couple Kenny Pickett rookies. The newer rookies always sell. Sold probably more slabs than I thought I was going to sell, maybe 6, 8 slabs. Then there was quite a bit of trading and dealing going on. So I didn't spend a lot of cash, which was great. I picked up that gold Jake Matthews Prism auto, which was awesome, for 10 bucks. He's a good lineman, a starting. I think he's the left tackle for the Falcons. Correct me if I'm wrong if you're a Falcon fan. But you just don't see those every day, and it's a beautiful card. So there's some Falcons Jake Matthews super collector out there that's going to want that card. So that's a perfect eBay card. But I did want to just talk about like that. So I traded the Donruss rated rookie Tyrese Maxey auto. Actually, a young guy. He was knowledgeable though. He knew what he had. Like he knew the Hank Aaron and he knew the Steph Curry was a game used. So it's fun. It's healthy to see that some of the kids that are hanging around in the hobby, they're doing the research, they're doing their due diligence. So we came to, like I said, terms on with that Hank Aaron, and that Hank Aaron is high grade. I had a bit of concerns about it, but I looked it back over again and gave it the vintage smell test, and it's authentic. So it seems to be authentic. So that is an incredibly good conditioned vintage card, 1959 tops. I mean, I'm speculating a 7 on it. possibly an 8, 7.5, 6.5 to 7.5. That would be my guess on it. So I'll be extremely happy with that. But I am going to send it to SGC. They are the vintage kings. So that's where you go to with vintage. That's where I go to with vintage. So with that, and then the Steph Curry. So here's the reasoning and the thought process behind that deal. You know, younger people, maybe this will be a little lesson for you.
All right, gentlemen, school is in session.
Tyrese Maxey, yes, I could see him being the future of the NBA, the point guard position. I could see him sliding into being a top 5 point guard. That's also speculation. I could see him also tearing an ACL, blowing out a knee, never being heard from again as a relevant point guard at some point in the next year or two, right? Well, Steph Curry's already solidified. I know he's out of the playoffs. That means nothing to me, but he is solidified with 4 rings. Game changer as far as changing the game. People are shooting from half court now because of Steph. Then the Hank Aaron, obviously, his legacy is cemented. And with a high grade, I will trade a young prospect, even an auto, for a high quality, high grade vintage card any day. So if you got some, and you see I got a cool card in my case at a show or online, and you want to trade for it, I don't do trading online. Let me qualify that. It's just too much risk. But anyway, so, and then the other couple throw-ins, vintage, another Aaron, unusual, and $20. So it was a lot of value there, probably $10 worth of value on the Maxey, which I valued at between 100 and 120. I had a little bit of buffer in it because he's in the playoffs, so I bumped it a little bit. So that's the thought process. There's a learning lesson for any of you super young collectors out there, that I trade off the risk of Maxey never becoming what he possibly could be and looks like he might be for proven. Anytime I can do that, I will do it all day. So, and like I said, I'm going to grade the Aaron, and then I'm going to keep the Steph Curry in the PC. I'm going to sell off the other vintage, and then I got the $20. So that was a great trade. So that's why I did it. Okay, that's the thought process. And with all that, that's a summarization of Conway. It's a good show. There was good foot traffic. It was a good, well-attended show. It was free admission, pretty good. It was good prices on the tables for the dealers. That's the kind of shows that typically do well. Now, there wasn't a lot of big spenders in the room. I will say that. There was a lot of people trading, a lot of people making deals, a lot of people looking through value bins. Well, I had value bins. I had low end. I had, also the slabs and the cases. So met all the criteria. And I didn't make tons and tons of money at this show, but the inventory I came away with definitely made my money back. Didn't have to get a hotel. Didn't have to, you see what I'm saying? So some of the reasons I like to do the local stuff too, because it doesn't cost as much. And then you never know what you can see. You never know what deals you can make. So that's why we go to shows. So I appreciate you guys watching. Stay tuned for some more videos coming up this week. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, like the video if you enjoy it. That's all I got. Till next time. Deuces.